think mine's live.
Test one,
It's
test
looking
two.
okay. That's looking pretty good to me. And I can see my analytics and I think we're good.
I think we're good. We're good here. Yeah. Hello, everyone.
Maybe if I double click that and I need to go on my one actually. Otherwise they can't see my stream. I have to show my screen.
You do.
That's
Maybe.
good. Maybe like that. Yeah.
Your image looks really nice. The quality.
It's
You do
it's
as well,
actually
but
the lighting.
what have you got? Have you just got like a panel light?
I've got a really cheap LED which is like right here.
Yeah.
Uh, just from Amazon. I think it was like 50 quid or something,
Yeah.
So it hasn't got a lot of settings, but it's like a warm color.
Yeah. I have mine quite high. I can turn it down. It makes it a bit more,
Cinematic. That's the look you're going for.
there we go, like that. You see that?
It's almost like the room lights are really low. So you
Yeah.
turn the room lights down and then you just have the camera.
I've got this back. You can see there's a light over there. There's like one of those Edison bulb lamps,
Yeah.
and then a little purple light there. So, but yeah, we're looking good. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Track Feedback Livestream with me and Groovin and G with prizes this time, George. Right?
Yeah. The winner is, we're going to vote. Hopefully we're going to vote with everyone.
Yeah.
For the best track.
Yeah, I think like we potentially, depending on like what the votes and like numbers are looking like, we may run it for a day or two afterwards as well. George, I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah, maybe for a week until next weekend or something.
Should we do that? Yeah,
then...
yeah. I like the sound of that, and then people can just listen back, and we'll keep the poll live, and then we'll tot up the numbers next week. And
with the poll, can anyone who watches the video vote on the poll, or is it just Patreons?
Yeah, I think what we can do is we can either make a vote public on Patreon, or we can make a vote public on YouTube, and we can both just keep those like running and then tot up the numbers at the end, like from the different places if needs be, or just one wherever we decide to put the vote, if you know what I mean.
I think that's a really cool idea. Also a good maybe testing ground, because we're thinking about doing this compilation with all of our Patreons and kind of doing a release. Maybe these will hopefully turn into sort of vinyl releases eventually, but we're going to start with just an online, maybe get some cool visuals for it and do like a big compilation of all the best tracks of our Patreons. And we're going to try, I think, and maybe vote for the tracks that make it in, to make it as fair as possible and sort of let the people decide the songs to make it in.
Yeah.
So maybe this can help us kind of figure out that process.
Yeah, I agree. The best way to test it is to do it, isn't it? So, yeah, love the sound of that, and well, we'll get cracking because we got like 12 tracks to get through.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just going to listen to them in order and then offer some thoughts. I'm sure the chat will have thoughts as well on both your stream and my stream. And
yeah, let's dive in. They were so good last time. I'm sure we're going to have some crackers again.
Yeah. I've already was giving them a little listen this morning, so I've got the majority of them lined up in iTunes, in Apple Music, so we don't have to look at anything. And then there's a couple that are SoundCloud links where the download wasn't enabled, so we'll play those from in SoundCloud, and we'll tick those off as we go. There as part of it, we offer people the chance to like offer some like thoughts about the music or like what they're struggling with as part of the submission. So I'll just read those out before we play it. George, do you reckon?
Cool.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. We'll get going with the first track, which is this is from Sparchaeopteryx, and it's called Ableton Tracker Jungle. I've just called it Tracker Jungle there. And Sparchaeopteryx says, constraints breed creativity. So off the back of watching way too much Amiga Jungle on YouTube, I thought I'd try and twist and warp Ableton into something approaching an old school tracker. 4 tracks only, and only 4 sounds playing at a time, with banks of Amigo samplers in instrument racks, and per note chain selector automation to trigger each sample, no cheating. The only trouble is, it's got me eyeing up the Polyend tracker now. So Sparchaeopteryx is in the chat as well.
I love that concept.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get my head around that. Reading that anyway earlier on, but
You did something similar when we had that live stream, didn't you? When you tried to use Amigo like I was in Renoise.
Yeah, not to this level.
Fighting it a little bit.
Yeah, man. I don't think I quite got it. As this sounds like Sparchaeopteryx sounds like he's done it better than I did. But yeah, we'll give it a listen now then. So this is Tracker Jungle by Sparchaeopteryx, and we may need to tweak the levels a bit as we go, but here we go. Morning flashing lights. Excellent. Yeah, that was Sparchaeopteryx.
That was a great one to start on.
Tracker Jungle. Just before we get into that, how do you stop it auto playing?
It will be. It will look like a loop button, won't it?
Is it?
Not the shuffle. Did we had this problem last time? I think, didn't we? I can't remember. It was almost like when you clicked on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it play, shuffle, play next? Anyone know in the chat?
Yeah, help us in the chat. This is when you start menu diving for 5 minutes just to like figure something really basic out with iTunes.
I don't. I bet. It's pretty good actually for this, for like organising the playlists and getting everything together. That was I would say that is the best. That's the best tune, or that's my favourite tune that I've heard from you, Sparchaeopteryx, in submissions. Personally, I thought that was actually really sick.
Yeah, that was like club ready. It had like kept it interesting the whole way through, even with very simple elements, which is, for making a track with a tune on 4 tracks is challenging.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even really know that that's
what
he constrained himself in that way.
Yeah. I thought that I really enjoyed that. I liked all the sections. I liked the kind of, and the piano line that you had, the kind of like ambient contrast with the amen tear out and like some of the distorted 808s and stuff. And I'm guessing all of that came from like the Amigo, doing stuff in the Amigo. You can do so much with.
Yeah, it's cool because Amigo focuses you on the most important things in sampling without overcomplicating. You don't have too many external effects or anything to distract you. You're just thinking about how you can manipulate a sampler.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
there were loads of tricks in there, like drum rolls, and he played with there were a few little things like in the transitions. On the first drop, there's like a big drum roll and then a delay effect to carry your drum roll in past the drop, so you sort of smooth over the transition, not having like a drum roll and then the tune starts like the drop.
Yeah,
and then the silence at the second drop was really cool as well. It was like filtered down, wasn't it?
Yeah. I've thought it was quite masterful Amigo programming and automation and stuff, or however you did that. Only 2 returns, just a simple reverb and delay. Very good. Yeah, that's my favourite thing that you've submitted for this. Sparchaeopteryx, because I know you've submitted music before for these feedback streams, either with me and George or just me. I was really enjoying that one. So each track was mono and panned hard left right, then remerged to 10% stereo spread on main. Yeah, I kind of like the mono element to it. Do you know what I mean, George? Like it sounded old school for that.
Yeah, it's like right down the middle, isn't it? But lots of those old tracks are like that actually when you hear them.
Yeah.
Which probably makes them sound good on a club system because they sound as identical to how you kind of know them.
Yeah, absolutely. So before we go, just see if we can turn this off.
Section and transition of breaks before drop is nice. Crash with breaks and filter before drop. Yeah. Just those little tricks in the transitions and little drum fills and bass fills towards the end of the bars, like lots of those things help you. Sometimes I think you're like reaching for a new element when actually you just need to make the things you have a little bit more interesting.
I thought them, yeah, absolutely. Like use exactly as Sparchaeopteryx has said, constraints breed creativity, and yeah, I couldn't agree more. You can always add stuff, but it's knowing when to stop. That's the real artistry, isn't it?
Yeah.
And when enough's enough, or like what boundaries you're going to set and you're going to work with those. That's when creativity thrives, I think. For me, anyway.
Yeah, it's not having too many options. Option paralysis, isn't it?
Yeah. Newtype's just put to stop Apple Music from automatically playing. Tap the song at the bottom of the screen. Tap the playing next cue icon, and then tap the auto. Right. What, like here? Yeah.
Oh, Sparchaeopteryx is in the track. He said, "Thanks all." Well, your tune was awesome. So,
thank you.
Only good things to really say about a song like that.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, we'll figure it out. Thanks, Newtype. Next up we have Newtype. We ready to move on, George? Do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get cracking. So, So Newtype, like, how much can I say about this tune just before we get going with it in terms of like release and stuff like that? If you could maybe just put in the chat like what are the plans for this one in terms of its release. Yeah, cool. So this is coming out on I'm not sure of his surname, Lee something of Future Engineers, the duo Future Engineers, his label. or his new label, Alpha Sequence. This is the first release on it. I believe I'm right in saying, yeah, Transference. Thank you, Future Engineers label. Cool. So we'll give this a spin. This is Himiko by Newtype. There we go. That was Himiko by Newtype. Yeah. Exceptional work.
Yeah, like a cinematic kind of minimal roller.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very nice. Very like, it's kind of got that like Newtype sound as well. Like the deep Reese's. The Reese's sound, yeah, amazing. The chord progressions as well, I was loving those. I thought it could almost be like a burial tune,
isn't it?
Sorry, what were you saying, George?
I said it's so clean and precise.
Yeah.
His music, and really well mixed. I think we said last time the mixing was so solid.
Yeah.
Like the way it all fits in a kind of space in the arrangement. He's on a good hype at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good. Like I love all the turnarounds, like the breakdown bits, and I really liked how, like, to begin with, like, it had, you know, the sections were they were kind of like these mini breakdowns, and then towards the end it was just rolling out. Really, I thought because Newtype said in his notes that like one area I wasn't too sure about is the arrangement, but I thought that was perfect. It was interesting, you know, within the roller kind of the like, I guess the archetype of that type of track, you know. It was like subverting the form a little bit. It was cool, really cool.
Yeah, because to keep your attention for 6 minutes is not always easy, and you're never bored listening to that track. It's also, I think he used automation really well. You could hear it on the bass, the way it would like open up towards the sort of ends of the 8 bar or the 16 bar, which is different. Like Sparchaeopteryx was using maybe more rolls and things like that and break effects, whereas this is Newtype. It's doing the same thing. It's trying to like rise energy and create this rise and fall, but he's just using different techniques to kind of get that same emotion from the tune.
Yeah, 100%. Like, just I guess like that you hear that in dance music across the spectrum, really, don't you? Of like, well, and perhaps all music, but like, you know, there's ways of like setting up a thing and then messing with people's expectation of what's going to happen next. They want to hear the thing come back, but they're not sure if it's going to come back, and then it comes back in a different way, you know, kind of expectation and tension and release. These kind of like really the cornerstones of like good music, and that can be achieved in so many ways.
Yeah, definitely. There's someone actually said, what would you say constitutes a roller or rolling track? And it's actually quite a hard question to answer. I'd say someone like Caliber makes the ultimate rock tracks, which it is quite minimal, the music. It's sort of capturing a groove and really staying in that pocket and not trying to change things too much.
Yeah.
Which makes it the opposite of something like breakcore, maybe, which is trying to do something completely different and throw lots of information at you. A roll, like, I guess, is like trying to play on the least information possible sometimes.
Absolutely. And like really for me it's like a dance floor thing as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like those tracks are just great to either listen, like played at the right time of the night, or the kind of thing that you listen to at the end of the night almost. Do you know what I mean? It's like they're almost psychedelic in a way, because they're like hypnotic and trance like, you know, and a bit like they take a lot from techno in my mind. So George, I'm just setting up the poll now in the chat. Yeah. So if people just give me a minute to copy and paste these.
You can do them. I'll keep talking about rollers. It's more progressional style of music.
Yeah.
And it works on the dance floor and maybe on the radio and things like that, because your ear knows what's coming. So for people who aren't as used to this style of music, I think it's like a easier step for them to listen to kind of rolling drum and bass and maybe more commercial stuff than it is to listen to really heavy jungle tracks, which are much more chaotic in their kind of groove and arrangement and things like that.
Yeah. They're more hyper in a way sometimes, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I think this is only giving me. I'm only allowed to add 4 options.
Yeah, it does definitely have some similarities with dub techno and things like that.
Yeah, 100%. And I love that sound because I love dub. Right, okay, George. So I'm only allowed four options in this poll, so I might just create. So I create one on Patreon, and then people can just go there and vote.
Yeah,
there.
we'll do the polls on Patreon, and you might be able to do them on the community space on YouTube.
Yeah,
because you can do polls there, I think, as well. So maybe we just do them in that way.
All right, that sounds good. So, like, why don't we get rolling with the next tune? Should we do that? Get rolling with the next tune?
And let's keep rolling.
So this one is from Saluu, and the tune is called Fireburn. We do have some notes here from Saluu. A track made just for lols with a bunch of ragga samples that fell together. Wanted to make something away from my general chill atmospheric stuff, something that people might actually want to dance to. And Saluu is like the brains behind the label Dream Schemes, and which I've released music on, and he's been steadily releasing stuff all year on that, and has got some big plans for next year as well. So but he doesn't promo his own music enough, so yeah, we're doing that now. This is Fireburn by Saluu.
Fire burning and there is nowhere to run. Keep your head straight to Babylon, there is no turn. The fire burning and there is nowhere to run. Keep your head straight to Babylon, there is no turn. The fire burning and there is nowhere to run. Keep your head straight to Babylon, there is no turn. The fire burning and there is nowhere to run. Keep your head straight to Babylon, there is no turn. The fire burning and there is nowhere to run. Keep your head straight to Babylon, there is no turn. The fire burning and there is nowhere to run. Keep your head straight to Babylon, there is no turn. The fire burning and there is nowhere to run. Keep your head straight to Babylon, there is no turn. The fire burning and there is nowhere to run. Keep your head straight to Babylon, there is no turn. The fire burning and there is nowhere to run. Keep your head straight to Babylon, there is no turn. The fire burning and there is nowhere to run. Keep your head straight to Babylon, there is no turn. The fire burning and there is nowhere to run. Keep your head straight to Babylon, there is no turn. The fire burning and there is nowhere to run. Keep your head straight to Babylon, there is no turn. burning and there is nowhere to run.
Yes, very nice. That was Saluu Fireburn, and I've been busy trying to set up this poll. I don't know what the chat was saying, George. What was the...
They haven't. My chat's been a little bit quiet on that one, but I was really enjoying it. It had a little bit of a. We've had three very different sort of almost like subgenres of jungle and drum and bass in these tracks, which is always great to hear. But yeah, that was kind of like a dubby, almost like a ragga jungly thing. But it had quite an interesting fall to the floor like kick pattern,
like jungle techno type thing.
Yeah, like jungle techno, which is sort of even before jungle, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was kind of the hardcore sound, but I like that morphed into jungle. I think a lot of people when or I get the feeling, or from what I've heard, it was like known as hardcore before people started calling it jungle, or it became jungle, and a lot of like original ravers like knew it as hardcore originally. So
it was really I guess with a tune like that, which Saluu did really well, is just having the right sort of delays happening. It was like a ping pong delay, and you're almost always using like a dotted eighth note or dotted quarter note delay.
Yeah.
Because that just seems to work really well with the two-step rhythm of jungle.
It was very dub, it blends all those kind of like the reggae genres, like dub and reggae, and what fed into jungle as well from those genres.
Yeah, for sure. You want to like you actually I don't know if it's a he or she, but Saluu was cutting up those vocals at the end and like sending them into that long delay, which sounded so cool.
Yeah.
And actually, if you're trying to fit some sort of element over your tune, chopping up a vocal into a delay like that with a really long feedback and maybe like a high pass as well, so it doesn't get in the way of everything else.
Yeah.
It just sounds so cool. Like if you don't know where to go with the tune and you've got a vocal, just chop it up into a big delay and like just tap little sort of syllables and things.
Yeah. So I mean, like proper dub mixing style of working, like, and then just letting the groove roll out and stuff, So George, I'm just pinging in the chat to you in our chat the link to the Patreon post that's public.
Oh, nice.
So
Let me put this. Is this to your?
Yeah.
Oh, so I need to go and almost.
You could copy that over, or just link to it in another post.
Oh, can I link to it from a post from mine to yours? That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think you probably can. And if not, you can always just point
public?
people. It's public.
Yeah,
it's free to anyone. It's free to anyone to go on it, and it's open to anyone. Cool. Yeah. So
I can put this on my stream.
YouTube has only let me do 4 options, both on the community and in the live stream for some reason. So this seems like the best way to do it. If you want to go and vote for your favourite tunes now, you can do that just by following the Patreon link, the public link. Go and vote on your favourite tunes.
Are you saying that everyone can have multiple votes?
I don't know about that. I mean, ideally, I reckon let's be positive vibes only. One vote. You can vote I think you can vote for your own tune. That's fine. But
of course.
Maybe don't slam the votes on. On whoever you want to win or whatnot, but let's be considerate within reason. I think I really enjoyed that, Saluu, though. Lovely to hear music from you.
There was one thing I actually had maybe a bit of feedback for that, where I found my ear kind of wanting a response to that horn line that was coming in. It was really cool in the beginning, and then I felt maybe in the second half or a little bit later you could have had just a little something that's like the cool was happening, but maybe it was lacking the response like later on in the track. Might have been quite satisfying to put something like that in.
Like some more dubby stuff, some more
just another little couple of horn notes or something else kind of replying to that horn, stabby horn thing.
Yeah, nice.
It was cool though.
Yeah, nice. RJ Macready said on mine 6 million bot votes incoming. So yeah, maybe. Well, if that's it, yeah, you want to go to that much effort. Yeah, and what I'll do is I'll timestamp everything Yeah, and I'll let you know those, George, as well, so you can do those on your video as well. So
Okay, nice.
people can just go back and hear the tunes and then vote and stuff. We'll make sure this stuff is visible afterwards, so you can go and support your favourite tune / producer.
Yeah.
Cool. So next up we've got Lapsed Pacifist, and this is by RJ Macready. And I've got some notes on this one. So this is the same issues as the last one I've just submitted. The correct... okay, so yeah, ignore that. Something about a link. Inspired by the Ash mix on Everyday Junglist, Angle or Dub, and his Cork Socialist dub. My attempt at halftime, ? Not sure of genre. It's all jungle to me, / hardcore. But like all of my stuff... What is that word, Jimmy? It carcanizes into the crab of the electronic music world, dub. Carcanization. Okay, you might have to explain that. But yeah, we'll give this a listen. Lapsed Pacifist by RJ Macready. Is this too hectic, the visualizer?
Are you doing it live, or is it?
It's iTunes. It's all right, yeah?
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, I think we're on to the next one. Stop that. Yes. Okay, that was Lapsed Pacifist by RJ Macready. Really enjoyed that one. Completely different to everything else I've heard from RJ Macready. Actually, I have heard him do some halftime stuff, but really like that one as well. He always manages to keep his voice through whatever he's making. So yeah, really enjoyed that. What did you think of that one, George?
Yeah, it was very sort of like skeptical Exit Records. Actually, when I was maybe 19 or 20, I went to Outlook festival in Croatia, and it was in this old castle, and they had this huge like moat almost.
Yeah.
And you had the speakers at kind of one end, and it was just a wall of sound that would kind of hit you. Those kind of tunes just went off there because it's just like so weighty with the subs. You're just sort of constantly being yeah. It was awesome, and it just made me sort of took me back to yeah, those kind of tunes just they're quite hypnotic again, but in almost like a different way.
Yeah. We having flashbacks.
I was, yeah. Maybe it was the visuals as well. Were taking me back.
Yeah. Yeah, like it kind of reminded me of like a bit psytrancey as well at points. And I went to this night a couple of times in London at Jack's in Vauxhall, London Bridge. Wagon FM, who's in the chat, will know this, but they had a night there called Whirly Gig, which did like a lot of like this kind of this dub stuff, the halftime stuff like that, like acid house dub stuff, like Psydub, Ambient and things like that, and it had like elements of that with that bass line going on. Yeah, very very good. I thought like the hypnotic element, like the trance-like element, was really well achieved. Actually, RJ Macready kind of kept set the groove off and just kept it rolling, which is what you'd want to hear, isn't it? You know,
yeah, a lot of it came actually from the percussion. It was almost like there was the two-steppy kick and snare pattern in the middle, and then the kind of atmospheric stuff and the bass. But then the percussion is what was evolving the whole time. Sometimes like picking up the pace and sometimes being panned differently. So that kind of kept the track moving. It was done really well.
Yeah. A lot of love for that in the chat as well. People are loving that one. You can vote for your favourite tune /producer. The link is pinned in the top of the YouTube chat.
Oh yeah, let me pin mine.
Yeah. George is pinning his too, whoever you're watching there. Watch both streams at once. Good for the analytics.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that night was Whirly Gig in London, and the Monkey Pilot was the DJ. It was all live, I think. He did all stuff live. It was like proper hippie stuff, that was.
Oh, like a live recording?
Like a live PA, like, so he had like all like the dub effects and everything, and he was not one of these people DJing from a rack rather than like old dub style where they've just got a rack of stuff and maybe a vinyl. Maybe like a deck or two decks, or but not like a DJ like top down. It's kind of, he was playing with a rack.
So you play one turntable and then you've got loads of effects and a mixer and a...
Yeah, and it was like one record after another pretty much that just went on for a long time. Or things played from that
delay to like lead you in.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. That was RJ Macready. Parachute at the end. Yeah, did you go to it then? They used to like get everyone under a parachute. Seriously, you right? They brought this parachute in and everyone sat under it at the end of the. It was weird, man. It was trippy.
It brings like an atmosphere. It kind of closes you all in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like
have you had that happen then when they bring a parachute?
Never
at
a festival, but I think I can imagine what it's like. It's just like being in a mini tent, isn't it? But you're sort of
Yeah, it was well sketchy when it first happened because everyone just sat down and then they brought out this parachute and it was like, what the fuck is going on?
Health and safety definitely wouldn't let that happen.
No. RJ Macready was saying he remember from when it was at Shoreditch Town Hall. It was definitely giving me Whirly Gig vibes, that tune at points. But wicked. Okay, so we're on to Spiralgrooves 03 next. Now Spiralgrooves is at MisterGrooves in the chat, and MisterGrooves is pretty. Is always on in my chat on the live streams, which I appreciate. And I think he found me through you, George. So
I recognize his name because I just see him maybe when I click on your live streams or just in and around.
Yeah. So shout out to MisterGrooves for the excellent production advice and really good chat. Really appreciate it. I'm ubiquitous, he says. But okay, so this is 03 by Spiralgrooves. Yes, very nice. That was that was Spiralgrooves with 03. And I didn't read this before we started, but Spiralgrooves says, this is an older tune, but I'm pleased with how it turned out. And in the chat, he's added that it was all made in Ableton 7 from scratch, apart from the vocal sample. So I'm guessing that's all the synths, all the drums and stuff were Ableton 7 sounds, which is pretty sick to achieve that with an old version.
Yeah, you could hear it was
Live.
like a drum machine.
Yeah.
Like samples with a break, but I quite like that. It's definitely probably the hardest way, I think, to do your drums for drum and bass is all with one shots from like a drum machine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the breaks get you there pretty quickly, especially when you do Amigo and you kind of do long slices. You can get that sound. So getting a good rolling groove, which is interesting with drum machine samples, that is definitely it's quite technical actually.
Yeah, I'm well into that sound at the moment. Because I've been deep down the breaks rabbit hole again for our project, George. But yeah, so I love that kind of metronomic, like almost really machine-like sound that you get from just samples in a drum machine that are playing something like a faster D&B style drum beat. And in this, I really like the kind of it had a slightly weird the weird harmony between the do 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 and the like the pad line was really cool. It had like an unsettling atmosphere with this. It was
a little bit like a 90s video game, sort of a James Bond game when you go into like a creepy space or something.
Yeah.
It was like like an investigation.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Like tension, like like tension mounting or something building to something like a kind of montage, an investigative montage scene, but better than that, obviously.
Yeah, no, it's just funny the way the songs all make you feel sort of a different emotion in some way, don't they? Or you can sort of connect with them in different ways.
Yeah. But I sometimes love those tunes that like put you on edge with their kind of the harmony and things like that.
Yeah, definitely. One thing I was kind of wanting to hear actually was just a more stripped back section.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in the second half, it was been such a good place where the string kind of just got maybe held on, or the top lead line. Right
agreed.
Until the end, but you could have sort of dropped out a little bit more and had. When you take away an element like that, you suddenly have loads of freedom to like mess with the drums more, or do more stuff with the bass, and kind of make it more interesting in that way.
Yeah, and like I really like the kind of there was some really nice sound effects and things going on, presumably all made from scratch.
The one that was like a slow down tape stop style.
Yeah, that was sick. Yeah, and like you could do more of that in it and stuff in a more sparse section.
Yeah, it's actually really good practice when you're producing, even if you don't end up using a section like that, to be like, if I strip away a few of the core elements of this tune, can I make it more interesting with sort of still without introducing anything new, just the stuff that's already in there, like the simplify it even more.
Yeah, completely. But it's nice to hear. It's nice to hear music from MisterGrooves, as he offers so much advice and steering and stuff, and is so engaged.
Yeah,
when I stream and everything, so it's really good to connect with everyone, even though there's all these people here and we're not in the same room and stuff. I feel like you just get so much of a person in a way from hearing their music and stuff quite often. So it feels really good to be at the center of this.
It's like I kind of feed off it loads. Whenever I get a comment now, like a really nice comment or something, I kind of screenshot it and save it away for some inspiration, because it kind of makes you feel like you're doing the right thing and you're helping in some way people.
That's such a good idea. I love that, man.
But I do, I sort of remember almost all the names of the people that contact me regularly and write on my comments. It's I kind of like that side of it. It's sort of the community of jungle and drum and bass. This is where everyone's hanging out really, who's not in the clubs and the wherever else.
Yeah. At the moment, anyway, we're not that on our Thursday night, but no. And I was gonna say something else to that, but And I get the feeling as well that, like, although we come together over the, like, it is definitely jungle. There's a certain tempo, jungle, drum and bass thing. I would say that, like, everyone here loves a broad spectrum. This is just like the tip of the iceberg in a way, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Of
I'd say we don't dip below 130 BPM.
Yeah, no, never.
That seems to be sort of the threshold. But you're welcome to go up to sort of 200 or wherever. You know, there's no upper limit. It's just there's a sort of lower limit to the tracks.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely agree. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for being part of this. And I actually missed out a couple that were SoundCloud links, George. They're not on here, so I'm just going to skirt back to those.
Okay.
I'll just get those lined up. Okay, so just pull this up here. So this is a tune by Caligari, and it's called Fortune Teller. Okay, this might be on the slower side of the lower end of our limits there, George.
Okay, cool.
And Caligari says, this track is unfinished in the sense I'm still tinkering with the arrangement and mix. Specifically, I'm wondering whether there could be more time given to the main groove and if the low frequencies are too present throughout so they become fatiguing. Okay, so bear that in mind, folks. This is Fortune Teller by Caligari. Those bells.
There's a crystal ball on the table. Behind it, a girl wearing
dubstep.
I like those bits.
Yeah, they're fire, those fills.
Yeah, wow. I really like that. That was amazing. That was Fortune Teller by Caligari.
Yeah, that was cool. That was just a really sort of unique tune. Eerie,
Yeah.
super eerie, but with really great space and like quite minimal. One thing that was, we obviously, those break fills were awesome.
Yeah. Love those.
The thing about them that's actually this artist did so well was not only were they actually a little bit quiet in the mix because they were so distorted, you can't listen to that sort of sound for very long because it's so fatiguing. So you play like a really short amount of it.
Yeah.
And it was actually quite quiet in the mix just to sort of not be so overwhelming, even though it was like smashed to hell.
Yeah.
It was mixed really well. So
I thought the mix sounded great. Yeah.
Fitting, yeah, it was very paradoxy actually, those kind of tricks.
Yeah. It kind of gave me like I know that Caligari is a fan of Forest Drive West, and I was definitely getting Forest Drive West vibes from it. Like, I guess like we think it's almost like a techno tune or something, don't you? Like a slower techno tune, but then it brings in these break elements at points and just a great like bridging of genres.
Yeah. If you were a DJ, you can almost fit that in to like transition you from one to the other, can't you?
Yeah. And I thought I loved all the textures and stuff. I thought it was. I actually think like because I remember some of Caligari's earlier stuff. I think he might have submitted things for my first time I ever did a feedback stream, and just this sounds like the progression is noticeable. This is really really good. In you know hearing.
Yeah, it's like there's such a skill to it which people don't really talk about very much. It's kind of sample selection and sound design somewhere in all of them, where you're creating like a space for your track to live in, and all the sounds have to fit in that space as well. So the theme of the track, it wants to be cohesive, like the elements you're putting in.
Yeah,
and it keeps the illusion of like the space you're trying to create alive, really.
Absolutely.
It's done really well.
A lot of love for that one in the chat. Samurai Horror, UVB Droogs, that's what GoLab is saying, gives shades of that. Arrangement is great, it's interesting, painting pictures. James Brown is screaming from the underground and amens are cutting your eardrums. Absolutely. And that was because that made, when they came in, it maybe was like because you know the groove's coming back in. Do you know what I mean? Like
it's like satisfying just to listen to, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that and the distorted snare was like doing it for me. That was like the snare kept coming in really really nicely done, and the bells and the vocal sample. I was feeling that one a lot. Vote for your favourite tune. Links are pinned in the chat, whether you're watching this on my channel or George's or both. Vote once. Be diligent with your voting, please. Fortune Teller Caligari. Okay, the next one we're on to, George. This is This is Distant Lands, Lost in the Jungle, it's called. I just need to load this one up from SoundCloud.
I think Distant Lands had one on our last.
He did. Yeah, they did, I should say. So Lost in the Jungle. Let me just get the notes for this. Got some notes. Hi, Alex and George. I've been going around the houses on a few tracks lately, but can't seem to get over the line. So wanted to go back to basics on this one. An old school rinse out, palette cleanser before I go back into the weeds again. We all need that. We all relate to that, don't we? All right. So this is Lost in the Jungle.
So deep in the jungle. You want to stay in the jungle? Let go of your fear now.
Yes, very good. That was Lost in the Jungle, Distant Lands.
Was that cutting in and out for you a little bit? Or was that just...
Yeah. That'll be. So SoundCloud does this sometimes. I don't know if it's something to do with like the connection. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
Oh, you got a tune.
Got a tune playing. Got waves.
Yeah.
Got waves.
Nice.
I don't know. Like sometimes playing from SoundCloud in the browser when I'm streaming, it doesn't like that. I've had it before. It drops out. But most of the tunes I've got downloads for, so it's only those two actually that are on SoundCloud.
Okay, well, sorry about that, Distant Lands, for your tune getting stopped every now and again.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll link in the description, and I'll give you all those links as well, George, so you can put them in yours for the.
There was
VOD.
some really great break layering in there, and I literally have just done a video on break swapping and break layering, so I love hearing some of this. I mean, I don't know if it's Distant Lands. I know he watches my channel, but I'm not sure if he was when he made this track, but. It's the example in his tune, which he did so effectively, was to have like quite a complex break, like an amen, and then a really simple pattern together. So you have that contrast, which worked really well. It's hard to fit like two breaks doing too much over the top of each other.
It kind of did that dun 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 dun. It like had this accent dun dun that kept coming back and stuff that was like, really compelling. Like with the really snappy break, which was great. That sounded amazing, that one.
Yeah, lots of break tricks like reversing and pitching up and down, like even having the amen, and then you in a new section you kind of pitch the amen differently. You don't always have to like use 10 drum breaks in your track. You can do so much with one break once you kind of know a few of the tricks and techniques.
Yeah, constraint, less is more. Themes for the evening. But yeah,
you got to put yourself in a creative box somewhere.
Yeah, that's what we're called. Yeah, the creative box episode. But hopefully that tune has enabled you to move forward with the ones you're stuck on, Distant Lands.
It's actually sometimes just when you're in a bit of a kind of moment like that, just getting through a track is the most important thing. And that track, it was actually a really solid tune. So even if you've been struggling with your like a bit of writer's block, getting through that thing and coming out with a song like this on the other side, you should be really happy about it. And then you can only sort of grow and move forwards from there.
Yeah, 100%. Sometimes it's just about finishing the tune, isn't it? And getting the momentum going again. So,
yeah, you just get stuck trying to be too perfect, or wanting to make the tunes like the artist that you're sort of looking up to at the top of the tier. But actually, it's all about the kind of personal growth and the just improving step by step, and mostly consistency, just like sticking with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Great tune, Distant Lands. You can vote for your favourite tunes, favourite producers, pinned link in the chat wherever you're watching this. And we'll make sure all that stuff is really visible in the YouTube description, comments, and on the community on both of our channels. So go and vote for your favourite tune. The winners get 3 months of Patreon for both of us. That's right, George, isn't it? 30% off.
Yeah, and some samples, some coupons for some sample packs, and
some of my favourite packs.
Prizes. And actually, probably a place on our compilation as well. We were thinking is another.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, vote for your favourite tune. Make it happen. All right, so we're moving on. The next one is DJ Anguish, and I know DJ Anguish, you're in the chat. Like I had a free submissions from you, or free tracks put forward. I'm going to play the first one, Richie Spice. So unless speak up now, and if you'd prefer it to be the other one, Manifest, and the Untitled Whip was, I guess, the shortest of the 3. But if there's this particular one, if not, we'll just roll to this. I think you can read what this is called. I might not say that because I think if you say OG Returns, okay, that's fine. So
if you say it, YouTube will block you.
I think it can do, can't it? That's the thing.
Mate, I haven't experienced. I mean, I guess I don't. I've never tested the waters.
I think for like certain things like that, like
if for certain advertising, it puts you on like the limited.
Yeah. For like saying certain words. Let me just check. I've got this. Okay, great. Yeah, OG Returns Master. So this is I believe this is is this a remix?
It's a bootleg. From the looks of it.
So, what were we saying? Overall professional sound. I'm also very weak at sound design. I would like to get much better. So, well, let's give this a listen then and see if we can. I'll just take that one out. So this is OG Returns. It was for a contest. Yeah. Okay.
I love the sound of gangster shit.
For a Renegade Hardware contest, this remix.
Return of the motherfucking raise up, bitch. Raise up, bitch. I'ma put you dead in your ass with this 12 gauge. Raise the fuck up. Empty the whole clip. It's the return of the motherfucking.
Yeah, nice.
Raise the fuck up. It's the return of the motherfucking. Raise the fuck up. the sound of gangster shit in the morning.
Yes, big ups, very nice. That was OG Returns by DJ Anguish.
There's some cool it's hip hop samples go pretty hard with jungle sometimes. Actually,
Yeah, they definitely do.
Shops and things.
Yeah. Lot of love for this one. Yeah, I thought like just the kind of no nonsense amen action with the hip hop samples. Really well placed as well. I love the call and response between the break sections and the hip hop.
It had like a rawness about it that was kind of added to the vibe of the tune more.
Yeah.
Newtype's tune was so precise, but it's in a very different sort of genre. And this one, you want to be a little bit rough around the edges to kind of add to that feeling of it's like a more old school style tune, isn't it?
Yeah, like the really abrasive kind of resound that came in as well. That was like doing it for me. That was like just what was needed at that moment was this. Yeah, really sick.
The drum rolls were cool, like the velocity sort of drum rolls, and lots of they're like 30-second note rolls and things like that in there.
Yeah. I love the staccato amens. I thought they were really nicely done. He said, DJ Anguish, I know my amen is not as clean as yours. I mean, I don't know, I think they sounded pretty tight.
I like the tone. It had a good snare. Like it's all about how the sort of transients come through a little bit, isn't it, on the amen?
Yeah. I mean, like in terms of mixing stuff like that, like, because I know that's what DJ Anguish has mentioned in like the notes for this one and for the other tune. Have trouble getting my final mix to sound as good as professional tracks. I think it's actually quite difficult sometimes to get like an amen and like a sub bass. They're gonna have a particular sound together sometimes where like the amen doesn't have much bottom end. Would you agree, George? Inherently, depending on how you've tuned it, but particularly if you've like repitched it or pitched it up to get it to work at the tempo of a faster tune. So,
which gives you space for if you have a big like re-space or something, then you almost need that or big 808 bass.
Yeah.
By pitching up the amen, you kind of take it out of that frequency range of the bass a little bit more.
Yeah, and then so sometimes like I guess it depends what sound you want, but like if you want that kind of like it can be easy to compare it to like D&B now, which has a much more like kind of full sound across, like in terms the kicks are a lot weightier because they'll often be like synthesized kicks, or the kick will have a lot more low end than you'd get from like just the amen on its own, particularly when it's been repitched with a bass. So I think the way jungle hits is a bit different to like D&B sometimes, and
yeah, it's really hard. Like if you have a big re-space or a big 808 bass and an amen, and even if you're just using those two elements to get something that's mixed to sound as like professional, or it's really challenging because you've got so many frequencies going on that are clashing already.
Yeah,
you have to sacrifice a lot to get it to sound kind of clean and loud or whatever you're trying to get to. But then you almost lose too much trying to get there sometimes.
Yeah.
So the goal isn't always about getting it to like minus whatever lufs level you're going for, like -7 lufs or something.
Yeah. 100%.
You just want it to sound cool. Is the like all those old tunes? They're just going for vibe, aren't they?
Yeah, and I think the vibe was on point for this one.
Yeah, I agree for sure.
So big ups. That was DJ Anguish, OG Returns. Vote for your favourite tune. Linked everywhere. Thank you to everyone who submitted tunes. It's it's really great to be at the doing this for everyone. So yeah. We'll move on now to this is Firebrandboy, and the track's called Groovin. We've got some notes from this one. Looking for any.
I'll quickly say Firebrandboy actually has lent me a M8 tracker. Very kindly.
Okay.
I've been practicing with. I've just been doing sort of an hour every evening, getting to grips with it and just learning the instrument. And it's really cool, actually. It's sometimes you feel like you should restrict your workflow, and we talk about limitations and stuff like that, but also just learning an instrument that you're enjoying and having fun making music and kind of expanding your understanding of it or learning a slightly different way can also be really beneficial.
Yeah, 100%. Like I got a DJ RJ Macready gave me like a version of the M8 on a Raspberry Pi thing. Not the full. I presume you've got the actual box, have you?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that looks really cool. But like, so I did have a go on it. I did a live stream on it actually, randomly. But it was like that. It was like approaching music from a different angle. And sometimes it could just be by learning a new instrument or a new workflow. You kind of you look at things from a different perspective, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. Like the biggest one with trackers I found is everything happens on a step level. So most of the time you've only got 16 steps in a bar, which the resolution you work at. And so with automation and effects, you've got like less kind of options to do stuff. And so it just kind of limits you a little bit in that way, but it has a sort of sound to it. Which is a little bit rougher. Probably one of the things why people always say it sounds like a tracker is because you're doing everything in this like stepped way, which is the same as the M8 and Renoise and the Polyend tracker. Like all of them kind of work in that way.
Yeah. I got an Irish low-D whistle. I was telling you, George, didn't I? That's kind of doing it for me at the moment. Learning to play that.
Yeah, so we've gone down completely polar opposite. We're obviously both thinking we needed to expand our musical horizons, and Alex has got like a clarinet or something, isn't it? Similar to like a clarinet.
Yeah. It's similar to that. I mean, it's like like a penny whistle, like Irish penny whistle. It's like that, but bigger and lower. And it's more like it's the D below middle C on the keyboard. I think it's what you hear in Titanic. The My Heart Will Go On with Celine.
How was your like skill level playing it?
So the interesting thing about because I'm a guitarist by training, if you like, and I have learnt to read music and all that stuff. Whatever it is, it's just and because you've only got 2 octaves of D major, essentially, it's really just a question of learning how to play the notes in the right order and the mechanics, if you like, of the instrument.
So it's all in scale, basically, from the get go.
Yeah, it's from D to it's D 2 octaves.
Because I will say, I think in lockdown, I got some Facebook marketing. They just one of those things that popped across my screen at the wrong time. And I bought like a saxophone that the guy was absolutely shredding on the advert for it.
Yeah.
It looks similar to what you've got, actually. And I couldn't even make it make a noise. And maybe that was, I didn't put enough effort, but I did spend a couple of hours trying to sort of like figure out how to get my mouth in the right, and nothing was happening. So.
And what instrument was that? Sorry?
I don't know if it was a real instrument. It might have just been some dodgy sort of marketing that I bought. It had like a saxophone kind of top on it, but then it was a plastic sort of, maybe similar to what you've got, but then maybe you're just a more talented live instrumentalist than I am.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a tune out of this quite easily because it's literally just blowing on a pipe. There's no reed or anything, and that makes things harder.
So the reed is what I couldn't work out.
Yeah, and the reed is a whole thing in its own right.
Have you tried sort of running it through a big shimmer reverb or something like that back into the...
That is next on it. That's next. At the moment, I just kind of want to play a tune on it and do some and I've fallen down a bit of a low D whistle hole with it, like listening to loads of Irish music and like Irish folk music and pub sessions and stuff like that. But that gives me the change I need, that when I come back to like making, wave music or jungle, whatever it is, that it's like it's fresh again because I've been on a low D whistle detour,
Yeah, and
on a detour.
And you probably will have learned a bit of melody or lead lines.
Yeah.
That you can bring in. It's funny when you're into music, you only need like a little nudge to just fall down a rabbit hole. Like some people probably know that I've been using Strudel recently, which is like live coding for music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what started as like, I'm just going to spend 2 hours trying to figure out this program. Suddenly 2 weeks later, I'm like, I've been locked in all weekend, just like furiously trying to figure out how to live code for music. Yeah. So when you love it, you just kind of fall into these, which is good, really. It's like, that's what it's all about.
That is what it's all about. And that's what, like, you're doing music. You're just like, you know, you're not a one-track person. You've got many interests, and these all feed into what makes you unique as a producer. And you've got to indulge them, and you've got to go on these, you know, you've got to go on these detours to this is, you know, what keeps the inspiration coming, and what is going to ultimately feed into, you know, into your creativity in the future. This is really important. It's important to do the meandering where you go off and you geek out on something that's completely unrelated to what you were just doing.
Yeah, it's like both in your life and in your musical journey, it all comes together, whether it's like going and seeing different parts of the country and then coming back, or, you know, just having that time away from music and tunneling down different things. They all add to your sort of creativity. You're just trying to get into that flow, aren't you, where things come to you naturally.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and you're not overthinking it.
Yeah, for sure.
I just want to like DJ. So DJ Anguish is quite right on the poll. It doesn't have OG returns, right? But it does have it's not letting me change it, unfortunately. So I'd either have to do a new poll. Why can't I edit that? That's really annoying.
Oh, what, to add another? You can definitely edit your with that little with the dots, can't you? Will it let you edit the poll?
It's only letting. So what's it saying here? Can I maybe just like?
You definitely can edit the poll, because I've done them before.
Can I end poll now, and then can I edit it now?
Oh, because people have been voting.
Have they been voting? I don't know. It didn't look like anyone had voted. Sorry, guys. We'll get back in a sec. Just give us a... This is it. Figuring it out as we go.
Yeah. There were 3 votes. Okay.
3 votes. Okay. What's this saying? If I publish this now, F. Okay. Can I edit this now? Well, what I would say is, if DJ Anguish, if we just get people to vote for you rather than the tune, so it's not Richie Spice, it's OG Returns, but DJ Anguish. So I'm just going to put a note in the comments here, right, and pin it. So, and everyone's hearing this now, and I'll make sure it's clear in the YouTube video afterwards.
So would it not let you add it to the poll?
Have I done it? Hang on, let me...
Oh, I can see.
Can you see? I can see there's definitely been. What I might do is just do another poll, and then we'll just start
4 votes.
Yeah.
If you just screenshot what's happened already,
yeah,
and then
we
just
can do that.
Go again. People can always vote twice.
They can.
Some of them might have left. There's always technical things. It's like, that's just the name of the game.
I think we're pretty good now.
At least we've got the stream running and the mic's working and things like that.
I think we're pretty good at riding it out now, George, wouldn't you say? So
yeah, I would say we've probably had sort of 6 or 7 things, live streams, and pretty much every other one there's like something that's happened.
Yeah,
either in our lives going on, or in the technical problems, or whatever. So this is actually going pretty smoothly.
This is going well, isn't it? So okay.
Someone wants to know how to submit a track. You submit a track on either of our Patreons. We do every sort of 3 or 4 months. We're doing these live streams, these feedback streams, and we really enjoy them. So we're going to keep it going, and then we're actually trying to do a compilation as well. So the feedback streams are sort of feeding into releases. We're going to kind of combine forces.
We certainly are. Yeah. Thanks, George. Keep it rolling. I'm getting there.
Okay. Yeah. so that's like the main. What else is on my mind? Should I just keep rambling while you...
Well, can't you talk more about this like coding thing? What's it called?
I can definitely talk about Strudel for sure. It's essentially, how do I break it down? It's like algebra for music.
This sounds so you. This sounds so you.
I've always struggled a little bit with the melodic side of music production, and maybe melody and harmony. I can kind of get around it with sound design and lots of techniques, but I've maybe left those things. I'm just not as interested in them
Yeah,
probably.
yeah, yeah.
And so I've felt that I needed to add some more of that to my arsenal. And so I've got this in Strudel, you kind of create lots of event information, so either rhythms or note data, and then you would like lock them to a scale or to a kind of grid. So it's kind of like modular hardware a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
it's free
Mm-hmm.
and it's coding. And it's very experimental, but I feel like at the bottom of this rabbit hole, there's going to be something really cool. I'm going to find out whether it's for break
Yeah.
chopping or certainly for making amazing ARPs.
Yes.
There's a lot of potential in there. So I'm just trying to sort of get those two things. Maybe, maybe like a random melodic generator for chords and arps and breaks that I can resample and take into renoise. That's my kind of goal at the moment, rather than
Love
making
it.
full tracks.
That already sounds like it's yielding, it's bearing fruit in a way, in that you're seeing like an end goal to it, and you probably didn't have that when you first started messing with it. You didn't know where it was going to lead.
Yeah, I think I've been talking on Patreon a lot about helping people finish more music. And one of the things I always feel as creatives, we're told a lot to just like trust your gut and go and make music, and even if you're a beginner, just sort of like feel out the process. But I
Mm-hmm.
also think sometimes it's like a skill problem where if you just add a few more tools to your kind of your kit, then it will just help you flow more and the process become a little bit easier
Yeah.
with less obstacles. So yeah, I guess I'm not trying to I sort of ask myself a little bit like what are my strengths and weaknesses as a producer, and I'm trying to sort of focus on my weaknesses a little bit more than always pushing my strengths forwards.
Yeah.
It's kind of the
Yeah, no,
uh
I saw that post from you where you were talking about that, and I completely agree, and for me, like, that was definitely like bass stuff and breaks for a long while. And I think I know where my strength, like, in a way, like, it's easy to be dismissive of your strengths, isn't it, sometimes, in that you just think, oh well, anyone can do that, anyone can do, but that isn't the case. But then I think you can yield some or make some really interesting discoveries by just focusing on the things that you find difficult,
yeah.
and that you have a tendency to avoid or look for workarounds with. You know what I mean?
It's almost always like mixing or mastering, of course,
Yes.
arrangement, music theory, like these things that lots of people struggle with, and you don't need all of them, but a little bit of some of them can really help you, especially if you're struggling a little bit as a beginner. Like, I don't know about you, Alex, but it took me years of production to start making songs that I liked more or to become more confident as a producer.
100%.
You have to sort of struggle through the process a little bit.
I still don't feel there, to be honest. You know what I mean? I feel like
Yeah, it keeps going. It's a never-ending sort of
it's you're always the tune you're working on now is always the best thing you've done, the one that you like or whatever, or like you working with Strudel is the most exciting thing that you've done, and it's going to yield your best work. It's like that. It's always the next thing. It's like it's the next novel thing that you're most fascinated by. And yeah, I try not. I listen back to stuff from a while ago now that I've written, and I'm like, actually, I get a vibe from it and stuff, and I think I was true to myself, true to my creative intent at the time. I think that's the about as good as it gets, is that you made something honest.
I mean, the one thing I think is really impressive that you do is you make it all live in front of people in a couple of hours. You come up with all your ideas.
Quite often, yeah.
Which is that's a skill in itself, to be under that pressure and sort of be able to adapt to it.
Thank you, George. Thank you so much. I mean, like, what you're talking about, this programming thing, like, that is just not, the whistle is what's exciting me at the moment, and
I can't wait to hear you shredding this thing on the street. Just get a big dubby delay like we've been talking about and a shimmer reverb and just send it through.
It's got a lovely
chain.
tone. It's got a really, really lovely tone. It's very resonant. It's very breathy. It's a bit like something out of Dune, out of the film, like the the Hans Zimmer score.
I do like the wind noises that Hans Zimmer,
the
that special.
Yeah. Like I and it's completely different. I've never played something where I have to blow where I have to blow through a pipe. You know, it's all fingers. It's all like playing just fretted instruments or piano.
Can you vibrato it?
Yeah. You can do like,
is that with your finger that you kind of tap it on and off, or is that tremolo?
Yeah, and you can do these like these pitch bends and stuff, and cuts
by slowly opening a finger up on.
Yes. See, cool. You can play you could probably play it, man.
Well, I only know just some of the tricks, but I can.
Yeah, but okay, right. So we've got back. Well, I think we're back on track now. The vote. If everyone could just check that voting link works, it's got the updated track for DJ Anguish. Yeah, we're in it for the music. Absolutely, go love. Let's get back to it now. So we're on to Firebrand now. Bringing the Firebrand gear. Looking for any advice on how to make music sound more authentic to the genre and how to better integrate ambient / Atmos. Never sure how to slot this in without making it sound weird. Okay, so this is firebrandboy groovin. Let's go. It's got like Virtua Racer vibes. Lovely chords.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, sick. That was Firebrandboy with Groovin, and I thought that was Groovin. What did you think of that one, George?
Had a great vibe. He said this is the tune Firebrandboy put on the M8 tracker, which he sent to me.
Yeah.
To learn from, and he said the track is called Grooving and it's in G major. So there you go. But it's just a vibe, you know. It's just it's like a summer rolling sort of happy feel good drum and bass tune made on. So the M8 track has got 8 tracks to mess with.
Yeah.
and it's only got like a reverb and a delay, the main sends, but you could do filtering and distortion and all kinds of cool tricks on there. But it's really great sound coming out of that device, which is quite tricky. It's got quite a steep learning curve actually. So I've been using this song to kind of like dive in and figure out how to use the device.
Yeah. I'll tell you who else is a bit of a mate, an M8 tracker fiend is RJ Macready.
Ooh.
In fact, to the point, he's even doing, I think he's trying to do a live set using just the tracker, which is quite interesting. So playing with it live.
Like a performance mode, which is like clip mode in Ableton a little bit. Where you can trigger,
I think it is.
Like different tracks on and stuff like that.
Yeah. I loved like the inbuilt synthesizers it's got on it. And I wonder if is that what firebrandboy is using in that tune?
Yeah, it's got a really cool mode where you can either lock like one instrument to a key, or you can lock the whole track to a key. So to do chords like that, you don't really need to know anything, because you just kind of lock it all up, and you can make like a major or minor chord and then just sort of play them in.
Yeah, really nice. And you're getting that kind of nice uniform chord sound. Everything was nice, lovely, and in key, which I love sometimes, you know.
Yeah, it just has that tracker sound though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think the first thing you said when you heard it was like it's sort of like those old PlayStation 1 soundtrack kind of.
Yeah, like Virtua Racer or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like Dreamcast style.
The SSX ones, or what people always say as well. And
yeah. I mean, I can't like or Wipeout. Did that have stuff like that?
Yes,
as well?
the Wipeout. That's whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember playing that originally, but I was quite young at the time then. It was all a bit overwhelming, and I couldn't do it. So,
for the brain.
Yeah, overwhelming, and the music just sounded like so grown up. Do you know what I mean? It sounded like my teenage cousins or something. It was like, well, this is really. But I loved it. Yeah, loved anything electronic really from an early age. But yeah, no, that was sick actually. Firebrandboy, groovin. Vote for that one if you like it. Using the updated link.
Sick.
George, shall I give you the updated link?
Oh yes, do please. And
Yeah,
I can,
okay. Yeah, let's just do that now.
So if I remove that, and then let's get this link.
It's happening live. So we're down to the last 3 now.
If I post it, then I can pin. Cool. Nice.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. Last 3. Okay. Someone said Ableton has expressive chord plugin.
Yeah. That's really good. I messed about with that a little bit. It's like a Max device that's integrated nicely with Ableton. I think it's like comes as an update in 12 either in 12 or 12.1 or maybe.
There was a new update yesterday or something.
Yeah. With like that is I've yet to try it, but it's got like the stem splitting stuff in it, which could be interesting for vocals.
Oh yeah, Logic's actually amazing, the stem splitter.
Is it?
So if Ableton's gone that same route, it is actually really cool for taking sort of elements out of old school tracks.
Yeah, it's vocals mainly for me that I would love to rip more of, you know, because I think getting a real voice into a tune, it's so easy to manipulate to the point you can't tell what the original sample is, but like getting like the texture and feel, the quality of the sound from an older track, you just really need the sample or an a cappella, you know, and they're hard to find. So I'm interested to test it out, give it a spin.
Yeah, you almost always get better results than going to Splice to get vocals or something like that.
Yeah.
If you can find something cool.
Yeah.
In an old track. And then people always ask me about the like licensing and things like that, but I always say, if you're kind of using these vocals, obviously if it's someone really famous, then eventually you might have problems, but for you to have problems, your track would have had to blow up enough for them to like hire a lawyer or whatever to come and spend the time looking into you, and that's probably you're going to benefit more just from the exposure than
100%.
Whatever you're going to make off your release. Like, you don't really make that much money from streaming anyway, so I think you just go for it, really.
I've heard so many really, really good bootlegs with just like ripped vocals. Like there's a great like kind of trap funk one by an artist called Sickick, and it's Frozen by Madonna. It's like a really sick bootleg, and it works so well. And it's like obviously that's been cleared because the tune is so good. So if you get to the point of that, then you're golden.
Yeah, then
really.
you can clear it later on.
Yeah,
and whatever will happen will happen. But you obviously can't spend money when you don't know if your tracks are going to be big or not at this stage.
No.
Preempting and paying, for licensing and things like that.
No, I think that's the kind of question that I probably would have worried about as well. And I think it's one of the like barriers that one's own mind creates just to stop you from actually releasing music. A bit, I think, is that, I can't, like, oh God, what about if you use the amen break in this? Is it going to get copyright struck and stuff? And yeah, I think.
Well, they'd have to go through all the other tracks with amen breaks in, wouldn't they? I mean, I don't know the law, but you feel like everyone else comes before you, hopefully, like the bigger songs, and then.
Yeah, I mean, it's the sampling is like the cornerstone of everything we do in a way. So that's the whole point of it, is that you're nicking other people's stuff, aren't you? Really?
Yeah.
And repurposing it.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like giving it a new identity a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to get Sparchaeopteryx. I tried to put a bootleg track of a ripped R&B vocal on SoundCloud, and it just said no. YouTube didn't care though. Yeah.
Maybe as the algorithms get better at sort of when you're resampling stuff, they'll be able to like pick out your tune and just not let it like block it on YouTube more. But
yeah. I get all of my stuff gets copyrighted for my own music quite comically now, where I've like released music that I made on stream, so I get copyright struck for my own music.
Back to yourself, and then you're like,
which is kind of, I think that's
strikes and you're out.
Yeah, it's like a measure of success, because it's like the whole point was always to just like track the creative process and show people stuff from start to finish, and being hit by YouTube wanting to take my own music down is surely I achieved what I set out to do.
Yeah, mission complete.
Yeah, okay. Wagon said, don't remix Goldie and play it without his permission. He threw a DJ down the staircase for that.
Stranger got in a bit of trouble, didn't he, for doing a Dom and Roland like remix and then putting a sample pack in there. I think he paved the way for us all to be a little bit more careful about sort of ripping off artists that are still making music. Yeah,
I would never do. It would always be from like an Irish Lodi whistle sample or something. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't sample Goldie or Aphex Twin or Dom and Roland or something.
Unless you do it really well. Like if your tune's good enough, everyone goes, okay, it's a banger, so you're fine. The rules are broken. But if you don't do it good enough, then you kind of insult their artistic whatever,
Yeah, like PFM and the Aphex sample. I never realised that. I saw that in your video, the PFM one you did.
Yeah.
It's got like selected ambient work sample on it, isn't it?
That PFM video got taken down off YouTube.
Yeah, it did.
Gone. So
it just got completely removed, did it?
Yeah, they didn't just demonetize it. They removed it in its entirety.
That was really good. I watched the whole thing.
It was doing really well. It probably would have been my best video this year, and it's just not. I contested it, and they said, I mean, I used PMF songs as like examples, and then I sort of talked through them and recreated them. So you think it'd be educational. I was quite careful not to advertise or promote my products too much in that video. But it's a problem you kind of face as a YouTuber where...
I thought it was a great educational video.
I know.
Done in the spirit of things.
Sorry, go on.
No, don't carry on, man. Yeah, I thought it was great.
Because I had multiple strikes and multiple tracks in there. Weirdly, Aphex Twin let me use their song with no problem. And the Future Music, they had 3 different strikes and they disallowed all of them. So if I contested, I would have potentially lost my whole channel. No. So I just let the video go. There's nothing I can do.
That's gutting. A lot of people talking about SoundCloud striking them for using. Yeah, I did a Lana Del Rey bootleg and that got taken down, and that was really good. I feel so people said. Them's the breaks. Okay, here we go. So we'll move on now, George. Last three. Let's push on and cut the whistle chat to a minimum. This is tdel. I'm looking forward to this one. Really like the last tdel tune, last submission. Pretty happy with this one overall, although I feel like I've taken it as far as I can at my current ability level. Would be keen to hear any critical feedback you might have about how the arrangement vibe break interest throughout the track could be improved, so I can carry on that wisdom into the future. This is Missing Link by tdel. Got an 8-minute tune here. Sit back, strap in, keep it locked. Thanks Synergy on Twitch. Love it. Love that Oh yeah, that was Missing Link by tdel.
Wow, that was an 8-minute tune. You wouldn't even know.
No.
I couldn't even feel like it was an 8-minute tune.
Yeah, I thought that was sick.
Atmospheres, the pads were so good and like hypnotic in that.
Yeah, absolutely. I loved the kind of crusty break with the bass and the like the minimalism of it overall. I thought it was like it sounded full but not overcrowded, and like really nice, interesting contrast between the choice of sounds in there, like texture and stuff, and the kind of Rhodes, like, you know, the kind of electric piano sounds you would get, like the sine wave keys that were coming in later on, and just the effects and the vocal when the vocal came in. Well, that was masterful. Yeah,
It was there was that little sine lead, and then it was like the cool, and then the vocal response kind of made the whole track. And he was so sparse when they were brought into the tune, but they kind of brought the whole thing together.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, no, I think that was yeah, that was really good. I feel a bit out of it actually after hearing that, but
It's the visuals as well kind of combine, and then
yeah.
It was a really great tune, and like not the drums were. That's the skill, is like getting that kind of cohesive rhythm where it's very repetitive, but then with little bits of interest coming in, and all the way through the track there were like slightly different fills and some reverses and like little tricks, which is like when you're arranging, you can't just copy sort of the same thing every now and again. Like a real drummer does slightly different fills every time. You have to emulate that kind of technique.
Yeah, and the bit where the second drop, if you like, where the kick, like, and where everything kind of dropped out, the pads dropped out. I thought that was that was kind of like you mentioned that as a point of feedback for an earlier tune, George, but that was it in action, if you like, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, you always like when you listen to songs like this, you appreciate the use of silence so much in music like jungle and dance music, because they're quite powerful, kind of intense music. And so when you just strip back a few layers, it's always
absolutely.
like a relief for the ear.
Yeah, and it's kind of just like opens the track up in a different dimension, if you like.
Yeah.
Really, really great work, tdel. And tdel said, big up both Groovin and G and Human Synthetics. I've learned a lot of tricks from both of you. Well, I think I did reckon that the chord, there's something in the chord. I'm sure I might have, that sounds like something I might have done, because he did say that was taken from something I was doing with like a chord progression. But
what's the trick?
I think just like you're holding a chord and you just like vary the he said between the fifth and the sixth, the like kind of fifth, I guess, like a triad chord, and you're just going up to the
just
minor
like one
sixth.
note you pitch up or down.
You know, it's like, yeah, it is just in the chord, because the chord is the same chord that's just got like a minor sixth in it, I think, and then going down to the fifth.
Yeah, because the pads were, it was almost like 8 bars of one chord with that little bit at the end, and then kind of a new, like a fifth down or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like just a very simple change, but like,
yeah, but just enough that it's actually really effective.
Less is more. I just really love like the crustiness of the break was slightly crusty, and it wasn't, but like that so much is about texture to me. Do you know what I mean? Like just nailing the texture of a tune. And getting all the parts so they're like, there's a nice contrast between like the quality of the sound in the various parts, and it could just really breathe life into an arrangement. Yeah, great work.
Sure. Yeah, awesome track.
Awesome. Okay, and I don't really have any like. I think that's just keep writing. If we don't know,
these tunes have been the standard's so high. It's actually made me really excited for putting a compilation together of all this music.
Yeah. For sure. I think if we don't have anything to say, it's usually just keep writing.
It's usually a good thing, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So this is AxWax CLONK, and AxWax, if you're in the chat still, I've just gone for the main version because there were some various different versions of it that look like remixes. So I hope this is right. We'll get rolling on this. So don't forget to vote for your favourite tunes. The links are pinned, etc. Oh, I'll just see if there's any notes on this one. The track started off by me playing around with your Amen and Think Mega Break instrument, George. This is yours. Pitched up to run.
Oh, exciting!
Yeah, at 1.7. I've heard it in action in a few places now. I've heard a lot of love for those instrument racks.
They're really fun to play with. I'm just trying to. I mean, there's so much of before you get to your break chopping, you have to do all this like processing and warping to your BPM, and like how are you going to go long slices or short, like all of that sort of nuance, and it actually just takes time away from producing. So I'm trying to just give people a really fun template to skip out all of the kind of tedious, almost sound design and preparation, and just have like a ready to go instrument where all up and down the keyboard you basically have all of the chops of a drum break you want to use.
Yeah, no, I think I need to get them. I need to download them for Ableton and get them working and stuff. But I already have your 1994 breaks as well, which I think they're feeding into that, aren't they? Unreleased pack.
Unreleased pack that only me and Alex have. I'm actually building some of my breaks. That's my starting point for a lot of these the breaks that are going through Patreon, these kind of break instruments. I just went through all of the classic breaks and sort of processed them and
sound amazing. Yeah, I've been dipping into them quite a lot.
It might come out at some stage. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. It's just sitting on our 2 hard drives. And that's where it's going to be.
Well, we can use it in this new breaks pack. I think I'll definitely dig into it at some point.
We're doing a Mutant Breaks collaboration.
I'm excited for that one, man. Yeah. It's gonna be good. They sound. Yeah, I can't. We'll have to catch up another time about it. But yeah, it's going. I can't wait to play some of them. To be honest.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll carry on this one then. So check out George's Patreon for all of those things. And he's releasing them at a rate of knots at the moment. So lots of stuff coming up to get excited about. Bubba. Pitched up to run at 174 BPM, the wooden clonk sound coming from Cherry Audio's Atomica synth and the main sub-bass line, UJM's Subcraft. I then played Tune Ping Pong with Vancouver-based producer Socool and gradually refined the tune together until she eventually put on lots of ear candy touches. I also made a down-tempo version that I'm quite chuffed with, but as it has a lot less of that groovy G drum goodness, I went with the main version for my submission. Good, that's what we got. Whilst I have many production questions, especially about drum sequencing, I'm actually quite content with how this track turned out, given it's my first proper jungle D&B track. So I just wanted to show it off to people outside my little bubble. Thanks for those excellent mega instruments. They're a great starting point for tunes. The nice one, George.
I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, me too. Here we go. This is CLONK by AxWax.
Destroy him.
Hey, that was sick.
Bravo.
Such good break work in there.
Yeah.
Never mind the break instruments, but they're just all so many cool techniques, and I love the little like wha at the end of the like sort of silence in the break and having a little kung fu chop in there.
Yeah, I like the dun dun dun.
Yeah, they were like dramatic,
great.
you know.
Yeah, and the clonk sound was pretty cool as well. It was good. It was kind of like reminding me of Sully or something, or Arcane.
It got me hyped. It was a good one for the end of the stream because I'm like back in. I'm ready for more now.
Yeah, I like the wah as well. The kind of like brass sound that was coming in intermittently. And yeah, how does it feel to hear your work in the wild like that, George?
I love it because I just like hearing the other way other people do it, because when I've been using these these techniques kind of always in isolation, but hearing the way other people employ them, like especially those snare drums with reverbs on them and things like that. That's actually a technique I nicked from Photech.
Yeah,
is getting putting your snare into a mono reverb and then rendering it down, and then you can sort of chop it off the tail, and it's like a gated snare. It's almost like a rock trick actually that then drum and bass artists were using, and they just sound really cool, and it like creates space where you have all your crazy drums and then you like have a big like reverbed hit.
Yeah, that's kind of a trick I think the first time we ever got together, you mentioned that trick. I picked it up from you then, doing that. And you can do. It's much easier to do stuff in trackers with things like that as well, with those like reverb hits. I think with the break with choppage. Yeah,
because you're all in one lane, so it just sort of you don't even think about it.
Yeah. Nice grooving in G tip there. Hot tip for you.
There you go. You can have that one. It's not even I didn't invent it. I just took it from someone else. That's what art is, though. Sometimes, isn't it?
Well, sampling, man. This is like
sample ideas as well as and techniques as well as sort of tunes.
Yeah, steal everything and can give yourself creative constraints. Is the order of this evening.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got last tune of the evening then, and I think this is one from your Patreon, George. These are all cool. Patreon supporters, we should say. We both have Patreons, and we're very grateful for everyone who supports us on both of those. So don't want to speak for you there, George, but I'm sure you agree.
I love it. It's almost a little bit more of a private space to share ideas and kind of there's like a chat there, and lots of people ask me about equipment and problems they're having or just ideas, and it's just a good kind of space outside of YouTube that I just enjoy making content on there as well.
Yeah, me too. Now. Yeah, I actually love it as a platform. It's really good if you're a creator, just in terms of the tools you get and stuff like that. It's and it makes it makes it a pleasure to share stuff with people, and you can do all manner of like free. You can join as like a member and get notified of posts even if you're not a paid member, which is quite good, because then if there's anything you like, you can kind of sign up to get that. I think it's really great for creators, Patreon. And for users, obviously, and for patrons too.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of wins. Like, we're both subscribed to each other's Patrons as well, just so we can kind of get see what we're keep checking up on each other.
Yeah, keep tabs on each other.
Yeah.
Well, when George posts, I'm like, I need to post.
It's good. It lights the fire under you. You're like, okay,
man. Yeah,
Sunday night, let's do it.
Okay, all right. So this is from producer KOSU. Yeah. And this is one you sent over, George. I've been making music for a while. I guess it's time to start sharing it. I love jungle for its versatility and energy, and I try to capture that in my own tracks. And this one's called PB&J, Peanut Butter and Jelly. Last tune in the evening. Let's give it a play.
Touch it soft like shifting sands. If every move feel you, static energy between us two. We're dancing in the dark, 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 dark.
PB&J by KOSU to finish things off. And KOSU said, I've been making music for a while. I guess it's time to start sharing it. I guess it is, from hearing that, and to share more of it. I thought it was great.
I would agree. You need to share loads more. That was such a great tune to finish on. It was a real journey. And one thing I kind of liked the most about it maybe is it was really like creative in a way that someone who's making music for a long time, maybe you lose some of that like freedom just to throw ideas out there. And like there was like a cool filtered section in the start that you did some like effects, and then you swapped to like a new drum pattern with a cool vocal. It was like really raw and creative, but in the best kind of way.
Yeah, I really love that the vocal chop that just carried on into like the switch up section, and like a change of the subtle key change of sorts. But the chords are really nice in that as well. Love the atmosphere and everything in the
great sample selection, and like everything fit in that world, even though you kind of went on kind of your own path. It wasn't like it all felt like a song. It was cohesive, and I really loved it. It was sick.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of love for that one in the track, in the chat. But some absolutely amazing track submissions tonight, George.
We had such a good standard. It's like the bar keeps getting raised every time we do these feedback streams.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say, if you're thinking of submitting one for like the next a track feedback stream in the future, that like that, but by no means should that be a preventative thing. Submit wherever you're at. It's great to hear people's music of all levels, and wherever you're at in your musical journey, in your musical life, whatever music you're making really within the electronic spectrum, we want to hear it all, really.
Yeah, that's the thing we understand so well, because we both teach people a little bit on the side, and doing YouTube, you just get there. Everyone's just at a different stage of their musical journey, and it's like there's potential in kind of everyone's music that I listen to. It's often about just like harnessing those things.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And like we're both going through the same thing constantly ourselves, and solving problems along the way, and going into creative rots as well, and feeling exactly what every other human being that does anything creative feels, So
yeah, one thing I maybe to finish on that I wrote about in this month in Patreon as well is I read a book at the start of the year on learning, and one of the biggest takeaways is that when learning's really hard and you overcome that obstacle and you push through, whether it's like finishing your first tune or getting through writer's block, that leads to a much greater understanding and kind of a deeper learning, a deeper mastery.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're struggling with your music and your production, I find it quite comforting to know that the harder I struggle, the more kind of reward I'm going to get back once I push through those kind of barriers.
Yeah, 100%. And you can feel very alone in that, I think, sometimes. And it's important to know that there are other people going through the same thing, which is part of the reason why doing stuff like this is really good, and part of why you should submit music to one in the future, and why you should share your music with other producers and stuff, because whatever level you're at, everyone goes through these learning, experiences, these learning challenges, or stagnation for what, or not being sure of what to do next. Should I share my music? Should I release it? What do I do, and so forth. So join the community, come and put your music forward and stuff, and let other people hear it.
It's a good way of just like getting a sort of feedback in your brain almost, where you've like put all this effort into a song, and then just to put it out there, even on something like this, where you just get a little bit of like other people get to hear it, and you get to hear some people talk about it. I think that just helps you give it sort of more meaning and life to the creative work you're doing.
Absolutely, because it's not really real until it's in front of people, and then you see it from you see the whole thing from a different angle, and you need to let go of it, and you need to expose it to other people to then, in a way, get the best of the process. Yeah, but
Well, that was awesome. Thank
That
you.
was
Everyone,
awesome.
for
Yeah, thank you,
tuning in,
everyone.
And, we're definitely gonna keep doing these probably every sort of 3 months or so.
I think that's good, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always so good. Every time I do one, I'm like, this is great. Fucking do this next week and that. But like, yeah, no, it's good to have a little bit of time so people can work on tunes and prepare stuff for it. So I imagine in the new year, in the first quarter of 2026, we'll do another one, George. Don't you think?
Yeah, we'll be back again. But I guess until then, Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year's.
Yeah, we're saying it. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and Happy Thanksgiving. Is that today?
It is. Is it Thursday? Yeah, I think it is today.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
Maybe that's more appropriate. We'll leave Christmas for next month.
Yeah, no, but and also like we'll leave the vote up. We'll make sure it's clear whether it's on our posting on our YouTube communities and on Patreon. We'll just make sure it's really clear, the signposting where you can go and vote for your favourite tune. After, I'll probably tomorrow, I'll go through and timestamp everything so you can hear back. And if you got your tune on there and you can maybe share it with other people and let them hear it and they can put a vote in as well. Yeah. And then we'll announce the winners of next week, I imagine, George, or the week after maybe.
Yeah,
So,
we'll let it go till next weekend, and then maybe on the Monday we'll announce the winner.
sick.
And then we'll have to think about some even bigger prizes for next time, but
Yeah.
we'll leave that in the
Leave that in the future. Cool. Just got my stream music to play out on. Can you hear that, George? Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can.
That's largely your samples from the.
I recognise this one.
Yeah. So you can get this with the £30 credit or that you'll get to spend. I think that was it, wasn't it? In the Groovin
Yeah.
Machine website.
Is this an Echoes of Light or is it before?
That's before. This is like a New Horizons.
Ah.
Could be, I think. So great packs on there. All right. Well, we will say good night and good evening, folks, or have a good day if you're wherever you are, and we'll see you online soon.
Yeah, big ups everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for those who submitted tracks and everyone who stopped by.
Yeah,
great.
appreciate you all. Right.
Yeah.
Night night.
Adios.